Carlos, I know you got a few cars in your collection. Can you give me a breakdown of what you got in your collection and what's your pride and joy out of that collection?
Okay. So I mean, if we're gonna talk about the collection, we gotta take a big picture and talk about everything from the top down. So my collection, what you just talked about, that's I refer to my collection as the red and black collection, right?
Okay.
Right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, and the reason why is because all the cars are red and black. Quite simple, right? So I have a YouTube channel, which you're aware of. I got an Instagram channel as well, Instagram page that is, and so the 4 cars that make up the red and black collection are. The first car, which is probably my favorite because it's the longest one I had the longest, is an '87 SS Monte Carlo.
Okay.
Then second in line was the '96 Impala.
Okay.
And then third came the C10, which is it's an '85 GMC, which I need to point that out because GMC is a slightly more premium version of the C10. yeah, it's a slightly more premium version of the C10. And then the last one, the 4th car in the collection, is my 71 Oldsmobile Cutlass 442 convertible.
Okay.
So if you ask me which is my favorite, man, it's hard to say because I would say my baby is the Monte Carlo just because I've had it the longest.
Okay.
It's been in the collection 16 years now.
Okay.
But I would probably say the crowd favorite is got to be the 442.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the crowd favorite. I think the reaction I get from people when I pull up in that is just it's different from the other cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really grabs people's attentions. I get constant thumbs up from everybody everywhere I go, stoplights and what have you. So, but yeah, those are the cars in the collection.
Okay.
Man, I seen on YouTube, as well as the world did, that you put the ZL1 in the Monte Carlo.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly, right. So the Monte Carlo, that is actually the theme of the Monte Carlo. It's the ZL1 Monte Carlo, right?
Told you.
So yeah,
We got another question now.
So that is the name of the car. It started out as Project T-Top.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It started out as Project T-Top
Yeah.
because we did a T-Top conversion on it, right?
That's right.
And so and then as I was gradually going through that process and we got the car pretty much complete as far as body work wise, it just all kind of came together. And I was like, you know what, man? I don't think I've ever heard of anybody doing a ZL1 Monte Carlo, right? And I was like, and I thought in my mind, I envisioned what would GM do if this was 30 years ago and they had the ZL1 engine and everything, and they wanted to build a ZL1 version of a Monte Carlo. Right. And that's kind of where it came from. Okay, the ZL1 Monte Carlo. So what it is, just to really qualify what it is actually it's a 6.0 LQ4 bottom end, right? Okay. So, but I've got a LSA or the ZL1 engine. I've got an LSA blower and heads on the top end, right?
Okay.
So we did a Texas Speed stage 3 cam.
Okay.
With the hit with the
serious.
Real serious.
We did a Texas Speed LS3 cam. We did the matching spring kit to go with it as well. So we upgraded that. We're doing hardened push rods, flat top pistons. I mean, it's a full build. So yeah, all forged internals. Yeah, everything down to the crank. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so the plan of the car was originally we were gonna do like maybe 600, 650. My buddy I'm working with, shout out to Texas Powerhouse, Rick over at Texas Powerhouse. Check them out on Instagram. Rick, he's a big proponent of boost, and he loves boost builds, right? And so he was like, man, if you go and get your blower ported and get your heads ported, you're capable of 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're capable of 1,000 horsepower. We just got to build everything else to support it, all the supporting mods and whatnot. So then we went from like a regular pump gas situation to E85, Yeah, we updating, we're upgrading. Yeah. I mean,
you can't have her just sitting around.
Racing in Carlos' future.
Yeah, and I'm not a racer either. I told him, I said, bro, this will literally be the fastest car I've ever owned before. Because I've never been a big racer, but for some reason I kind of like the ideal of it. Now, I guess I kind of got bit by the whole dunk racing bug,
Yeah.
you know, and I've been watching them guys, you know, and I'm like, okay, you know, now obviously I'm not in their lane because they're like 1,400, 1,500, 2,000 horsepower cars. I'm not even in that vicinity,
Yeah.
you know, but I'm good with like 800. I mean, that's like really more than what I need, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyway, so that's the process on the car. I mean, right now, honestly, I'm buying parts. It's so hard to get parts right now because a lot of stuff is back ordered. So every chance I get parts, and sometimes it's a back order for 2-3 months. Sometimes it's like indefinite. But right now the car is in my storage. Does not have an engine in it yet. Engine's on the engine stand. We're building the engine part by part, piece by piece. But I anticipate probably, I don't know, maybe end of the year, maybe if I'm lucky.
I like the hood on it.
Yeah. So man, I got to tell you about the hood. Okay.
I like
So
the hood.
So the hood, man. So I have a '96 Impala as well, like I mentioned, right?
I
So
got
the '96 Impala has a ZL1 inspired hood on it, right? So if you're familiar with the ZL1 Camaros,
Yeah.
it has that hood with the diffusers in it, right? So a guy out of California does really nice custom fiberglass pieces. He designed that, and that actually is the prototype. That's his prototype hood. Because it was the first
so
one. So what happened was I was trying to build a car for a show and I needed it right away. And he was like, man, we just finished the mold and we sent them off to be manufactured, but they won't be back for weeks. All I have is our prototype sitting around in the garage, in the storage or whatever. And he said, if you want it, we'll clean it up for you and I'll ship it to you. So he sent me the prototype. And my guy was able to body work it and get it clean and everything, and so I put that on there. So when I did that, I said, you know, I wonder what it would look like if I did something similar on the Monte Carlo. So and then I started thinking about this whole notion of having twins, you know. So I said, okay, well, if I'm going with the red and black theme, and I want these two cars to kind of be companions, let's go all the way with it. Let's do the hood, let's do the color matching, the scheme, everything. So that's where the hood came from. But that's a 3-piece hood. So my guys, it's a 3-piece hood. My guys over at Olympus Paint and Body, shout out to Olympus Paint and Body. So what they did was on the hood, they took my stock hood. I ordered from the guy who I ordered the hood for the Impala. I ordered just the hood scoop, the ZL1 hood scoop, right? So he sent me that, and then I ordered a El Camino Choo Choo SS, El Camino SS Choo Choo. I don't know if you're familiar with the El Camino SS. It basically looks like a SS Monte Carlo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it has a scoop on it, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, so you can buy just the scoop for that car. So I took the scoop from the El Camino Choo Choo SS. I took the ZL1 insert and my factory hood, and my guy made it all that together to make that hood.
Oh wow!
And Carlos just gave that game away right
Yeah,
here.
I just gave.
Y'all
Hey,
thank him later now.
y'all better start liking and subscribing. We getting game away.
Yeah. So
Hit that like button and share.
So man, I got to tell you, man, I've had so many people ask about that hood, the wing on that car.